Hi, and welcome back to Pint Guilt-Free Torah. It says, "Vehi b'yomim hahem v'yigdal Moshe," and Moses grew up. In those days, Moses grew up. V'yetze el achav, and he went out to his brethren. V'yira b'sivlo sam, and he saw their burdens. What does that mean? Rashi says literally it means nosan eina v'libo. He focused his eyes and his heart on their suffering. He looked, literally, the words mean, into their burdens. Moses was not just like an average person who sees suffering, like a lot of times people see a homeless person in the street, and instead of thinking, wow, I wonder what got the person to this point. Must be so awful to live in these conditions, especially in the cold, and really start feeling the person. It's, oh wow, that's too bad, and we move on. We read about a murder in the paper. Something happened. Wow, a whole family dynamic is going to be changed. There might be a father missing, a mother missing, or a child was killed. Whatever it is, a tragedy has happened. It's, oh yeah, let me see how the Eagles did last night. Let me see what are the Yankees up to. Let me flip to the sports page. Let me flip to the other news. We just sometimes see things and we feel bad for the moment and we let it go on. Moses was not like that. Moses felt their burdens. Medrash says that Moses actually went out, and when he saw an old man having to schlep this heavy brick, he took it himself and he schlepped it for him. So you could ask, there are millions of Jews who are enslaved. Is this really going to help the situation? The answer is he wasn't just helping the situation. He knew he couldn't help the situation. That was just too big at that point. But what he could do was feel the pain. He could feel the pain of that Jew and of the other Jews. So just by lifting the brick, that's what was accomplished. That's when Moses grew up, when he could feel the pain of people. And that's really the lesson to be learned. There's an awful situation going on now with the hostages and negotiations. You like the deal, you didn't like the deal, now the deal fell through. Whatever the case is, we're not in power to change that situation. But it doesn't mean we don't have any power. What we can do is feel the pain. There are people who are in tunnels. There are people who are away from their families, living in the worst conditions. Let me use my power of imagination to what must it be like to be in that situation? What must it be like to have a brother, sister, father, mother, relative in that situation? What must it be like to have lost someone, or one of the soldiers that fell? What feel for our brothers and sisters in Israel who are going through this? So we might not be able to change a situation, but it doesn't mean we're powerless. We have the power to feel for them, to feel for what's going on in their lives. And that is a great use of the power of imagination. Many times people fantasize about all kinds of crazy things, many of them inappropriate. This is a great use of your power of imagination. What must it be like to be a parent of someone in that situation, or to be in that situation? The more we think of it, the more we can act like this, to go and see and feel their burdens. And it says, Moses, nasan eina v'libo, he placed his eyes and his heart on their sufferings. That's one thing we can do. Every single person has that ability to feel for somebody else. And that's not just what's going on in Israel. You might know someone who's maybe going through divorce, or a mental health issue, or some health issue, or someone who just, there was a death in the family. Whatever the case is, what must that person be going through? That's one thing we can do. And as Jews, we really are obligated to do. It's called nosei ba'olam chavero. Feel the pain of others. We might not be able to relieve it, but let's try to feel it. Have a great day.